You can't take the ripple. You know, if you think you're powerful, try and stop the wind.
So we just finished Aquatic Art.
Yep.
Live.
The Pond Advisor Invitational.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about. It's the Pond Advisor Invitational.
Yep.
So you invite people to
Yep.
come over and to build and be in the competition.
Yep.
What do you look for in an artist, and why do you pick certain artists and you invite them in?
Look at the dog. She's wrapped up. That's good. She's not going to hang herself.
And why did you invite me?
So I originally called the whole experience Aquatic Art Live because I wanted to come live and share aquatic art with the sort of like the world. And part of it is different events. So the Pond Advisor Invitational was created as a sort of like a benchmark to raise aquatic art for people, because a lot of people, when they think about ponds and water features, they think of a green hole or a brown hole, you know, like milky coffee or pea soup, and they see that rather than beautiful ecosystems. The reason why I called it the Invitational is I wanted to control the culture and the camaraderie, and I don't want it to be aggressive competition. Yes, when you've got competition, there is a form, there is ego, there is a bit of showmanship, there's a bit of rivalry, there's a bit of camaraderie, there's a whole chemistry of stuff. And if I didn't have it as an invitational, it would be it's like it would be the Pond College, and it's still invitation because it's not open to everybody. So I thought, call it the Pond Advisor Invitational. I invite certain artists because of their energy, their aquatic art. So I've got to see and give people opportunities. So it may be that I invite somebody that I feel is a good fit, that I haven't seen the art, but I want to put them out of their comfort zone and sort of like put them in front of a camera or put them in front of a time pressure, and test people. You know, a lot of people say that, you know, I'm very comfortable with pushing myself to the proper boundary, you know, and literally it's a case of I do push myself to the extreme limits from a physical and mental. I'm quite happy to explore all sorts of stuff that people aren't happy to explore, and I'm connected with my emotions. You know, like yourself. You know, you're very connected with emotions, and we're very detailed orientated people as well. And it's creating sort of like a different style where there may be people that build with big huge rocks all the time, and I want to get them into a small box because it's hard. It's 100%. But at the same time, is when you're doing it on a small scale, then you can't scale up always, because it's sort of like you don't know how to run a 6-figure project. You know how to run £100 or £1,000 or multiples of 5-figure projects, no problem. But if you scale it up, it's like now you've got to worry about logistics. Now you've got to worry exactly about materials, because 10% material change on a small project, it's not even a bag of gravel or a few kilos of rock. Where on a huge lake scenario, or that will put you out of business. And essentially it's a case of, the reason why I invite certain people is I want to see what they do under a certain amount of pressure, and I don't want to push them too far that they give up. But at this, we have had people fail, but my word of fail, you never fail.
What is a fail for an?
A fail?
Yeah, like you build a feature, and when does it fail?
When you give up.
Okay. Or when it's leaking, or?
I would say, so you never fail unless you give up.
Yeah.
You win or you learn.
Yeah.
If the feature leaks, you're learning.
Yeah.
And if you've built a feature that doesn't fit on, in the right sort of like the right space or the right basin, you're learning. And it's sort of like, if you don't get the flow right, you're learning. If you don't get the levels right, you're learning. If you don't get the sustainability, you're learning. If you don't get the right plants for the right system, you're learning.
Yeah.
If you put something in a sunny spot and it should be in a shady spot, you're learning. And this is what I want to sort of like do for the aquatic artists over time. When I sort of like develop the Pond Advisor Invitational, I want sort of like heats, as in a case of, if you think about the trade side of things, people should, or the trade, not people, but tradespeople or professionals need to know how to price jobs up, so bidding for a job, how many hours or team hours or whatever, that should be all part of Aquatic Art Live, because that's how you build a business, build a community, and then you're providing more for the business, the family.
Yeah.
And the whole goal of a business is to stay in the game, to stay in business. That's the goal of the business, is just to stay alive. It's play the game. And again, going back to failure, it's when people give up. That's the only time when you fail, is if you give up. And I have had people give up physically and mentally. We have had not
because of the stress.
and also the time frame. It's like, it's I've got to finish at 5. There's no way I'm going to get it finished. That's it, I'm done. It's just like if you think about a bakery show or a music show, and they know that they need another 4 hours to start again and bake the cookies or bake the cake or bake the meringues or what have you. It's they know that they can't finish it, so rather than presenting something, they present nothing. And or they pull out. That's another thing, is that's a failure. If you pull out, then you learn from it all. I'm learning, everybody's learning, and that's one thing at Pond College, is we can all learn from individuals and everybody else. It's like I've learned stuff this week from within, and also externally. I'm more in tune now about my energy, what I need to do, because of the mistakes that I've made in the past. I've run out of energy because I haven't eaten properly during the day. So, I need to go, right, we're going live at 12 o'clock. I need to eat at 11:30. So then I've got the energy. And, literally yesterday before the awards, I was shaking. And it's just the adrenaline running through my veins, because I don't want to put anybody down. And when competitors put themselves forward, it's a huge task.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm so grateful for people that are willing to put themselves in front of the world and put themselves in that position. And I don't want to force anybody. So it's literally a case of, it is an invitation. And I've also had people, you've never invited me. And I'm like, I do invite you, but at the same time, it's like, one no, I'm learning. One no today, now, at 10:30 or whatever the time is, doesn't mean that it's a no tomorrow. So you have to, it's like if I said to you, do you want a full English breakfast? Or do you want a steak? And you said no, and then tomorrow evening you'd want a steak. Or tomorrow at 11 you'd want a full English breakfast. But I just need to keep asking. But also it's like, you just got to be, if you've got the urge to compete or to present or to come to Pond College, then we're open. It is an open competition, but at the same time, there are parameters. It's just like getting in for a pond plunge. If you're in the wrong energy, if you don't respect my fish, I'm the guardian of the fish in here. I'm the guardian of all of the wildlife, And if you disrespect the wildlife, I will very quickly snap, because I am the guardian of my fish. You know, I have got to obviously allow people that are frightened, and they're generally, you know, like, they're not doing it intentional. But if you're not respectful, then I will be not respectful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I am the guardian.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, there have been aquatic creatures, aquatic art that have died in this pond, and it could have been preventable. But at the same time, is again, I've not failed because I've not closed it to people getting in.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about, you know, learning and sharing on camera. And if this resonates with you, then Pond College will resonate with you, and people should come. Whether it's a case of come and have a taster, come and feed the fish. You know, a lot of people that I know are scared about coming to Pond College because they know that I will push them to do something that they don't want to do. Just like, you know, I was very cautious of you doing a head plunge because of childhood trauma.
Yeah.
And, you know, I did tease you a little bit, but at the same time, it's a case of I want to give you the safe space, and, you know, and it's not, you know, if you're somebody that's scared of bees or, you know, snakes or anything, spiders, they're not after you, they're not hunting you down. You know, yes, if they're stressed, they might snap. You know, like yesterday, you know, there was a bumblebee, and I was like, you know, it's not going to hurt me, but it was trying to get through the window. It was banging its head against the window, and I was like, actually, it's stressed, it wants to get out, it might lash out if I grab it, or don't grab it, but if I calmly move it, it might go bang. So I was like, pulled myself away, and you laughed at me, and Caleb laughed at me going, yeah, you're not scared. And I'm like, no, I'm respectful. I know that it wouldn't if it was in a calm, relaxed state. And I was in a calm, relaxed state until I realized that that bee was not in a calm, relaxed state.